Psalm 105 talked about it's taken us this long to get, or taken me this long to get through verse 1. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim his name, make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts. I would think that the writer of a song or poem, and psalms were poems that were meant to be set to music. And oh, by the way, I'm having a bad hair day. Kind of looks like the televangelist thing is going here. I'm so vain. I probably think this song is about me. But all right, sing to him. You know, a lot of people think that you should, if you don't have a good voice, kind of sing under your breath. Well, I'll be honest with you, I've heard a lot of horrible singers in my lifetime. I've also heard a few really good wonderful singers. You know how it doesn't matter how good you sing, how well your voice is trained. That's not the point. What's the point? Sing to him. Sing praise to him. Okay. When you sing, there's something happens in your brain that is really unique, and you don't have to be a neuroscientist to understand this. You just have to think about your own experience. When I say words of praise, it and this is good, it requires me to reflect on for what am I giving praise? This is important. But there's another aspect of my brain, my mind, that gets involved when I sing. I have to think about controlling. I don't even consciously think about it, but I engage my vocal cords in a unique way. I have to track a melody or a harmony. And here's the thing. The more ways I can engage in offering praise, it's not that, oh, God just gets a real buzz out of that when you engage more of who you are and your brain and your mind and all. No. God doesn't need our praise. He would be just fine without it. In the eons of eternity before time, he didn't hear praise from us. We didn't exist. He didn't need it. We need to give praise. And one of the reasons for that, and I'm probably replowing some ground here, but I think it's ground worth replowing. One of the reasons for us to give praise is simply to remind ourselves that he is God, not us. I know it sounds, pretty thin philosophically, but it's absolute. I think it's central. Our relationship to God is as the created being, the sustained being. We don't have control over anything other than what we do about what happens to us. We're not God. I need reminders of this all the time because there's a part of me that wants to be God. I want to be in control. I want to sing to him, sing praises to him. Now, I'm going to get on a high horse here. I don't think the psalmist here is, I'm not sure he has a context in mind. These are personal words that the implication is you sing to him, you sing praises to him, meaning this is a personal deal. He has set this in the personal. I don't do this very often at all. As I thought about this verse, I discovered in my own life that while for, many years, most of my life, I've been a singer. And there's a large part of that time that I've been a singer in church, at church, for church. I don't very often sing just me to the Lord. I don't need, he's the audience. Can't remember which contemporary Christian group it is, and by now they're probably not contemporary anymore because I'm old, but they had a song that talked about the audience of one is God. I think it'd be a good practice. You don't have to sing loud. Again, you don't have to be a good singer. But the psalmist says, sing to God. Sing praise to him. Now, there are some songs that so resonate with me that when I hear them and sing them, it's as though the song carries me. That's how I want to say it. I wish I had written that. I didn't write it, but I can sing it. Now, you know, in Elf, the movie Elf, Buddy tends to sing stuff that is, it's not, I mean, he just, but you know what? If you wanted to, you could try that with praise. It doesn't have to be I can't even, all right, back the wagon up. In our culture, Christians often let others do the singing for them. When you go to church, I wouldn't say, I don't even know if it's most, but I'll say a lot of churches have a worship band or a praise band, which in my experience, a lot of times they should just be called a band. Because their function ostensibly should be to help me, to draw my heart into expressing praise for myself. I know I'm throwing rocks, but I'm pretty good at it. Here's a rock. I'm up to here with the band just doing a little concert before the preaching. And another rock. I'm up to here with the smoke and the lights and for crying out loud. Does praise have to be a production? No. It could just be you or me by ourselves, without sheet music, without a hymnal, or with a sheet music, with a hymnal. I guess the burn I have is I don't want to, if I wanted a concert, I would go to a concert. If I wanted a production, I live in Las Vegas. You can throw a rock in any direction when you get toward downtown, and there's productions everywhere. And oh, by the way, they're way better than what your church can produce, okay? Let's just be honest. I don't want a production. I want an environment where I am helped to offer praise from my own heart. Okay, So that's my rock throwing for today. Sing to him. Sing praise to him. Tell of all his wonderful acts. This is, look, if you need more material on, so what should my singing be about? It's about his wonderful works. If you're watching this as I posted it up, then I think you're watching this on Christmas Day. Holy smokes. If you're groping for wonderful acts, let me just call your attention to a tiny baby delivered by a teenage mother, while a stepfather, looked on more or less helplessly in a barn, likely a cave. And the baby was wrapped in strips of cloth and laid in a feed trough. The cute little wooden mangers that you see everywhere in the creches. No, that's not how it was. It was a stone feed trough. There was nothing dignified about it. It may or may have not been filled with hay. But the purpose of that was for animals to feed there. That God became man. There was no more wonderful act. When the psalmist wrote this, it hadn't happened yet. But for us, oh my gosh, the celebration of Christmas, I've seen and read people who are very critical of celebrating Christmas. It's just a pagan holiday that the Roman Catholic Church captivated and tried to bend around, and now well, if that's how you feel, follow your conscience, I guess. There's nothing in the Bible that says don't celebrate on the day we have designated to remember the birth of Jesus. And by the way, I'm sure you probably already realize he probably wasn't born in December at the end of the month. We don't even know. There's no way to know exactly what the day was. But we do know how and where, thanks to Matthew and Luke. Okay. It'd be easy. I find it easy to be distracted from the essence, the wonder, the beauty of the birth of Jesus by all the stuff I've got to do, by all the emotional connections and attachments to those things, by all the sentimental memories, by just a big old bag full of emotional rocks, some good, some not so good, by the fact that people I love are no longer here to celebrate that with us. So, okay, if Christmas is about me, its impact is small. But if it's about him and expanding my heart to find more and more room for him, come, Lord Jesus. There's room in my heart for you. Make room for him. I'll see you next time on So Care with Stevie Boy.